Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel or whatever. So y'all remember when SZA did that like lime green hair color or whatever? I just had to try it, so I did. But you know, I kind of got tired of it. It's not really practical, so I changed it to like a darker emerald kind of jade color. So if you want to see how I did that, just keep watching. Alright, so first I'm going to start off with some Aquamarine by Adore. I only used like half a bottle of this because all the colors from this video are all from a previous dye job, so they're all like half or quarter bottles. But if you are starting off with fresh blonde hair, you do need up to 3 full bottles of color because the water does dilute the color. You also want to make sure that the water is hot, but not too hot, because I don't know about y'all, baby, but my hands end up in that water and I'm not burning myself. So here you do see me strand testing it because I have no idea how these colors are going to come together on top of this already colored hair, but I know that's not it. So I'm going to darken it up a little bit with some indigo blue from Adore and try to keep some of that green integrity with some sweet mint from Adore. So listen, y'all already knew that I was a sloppy bitch, but what y'all didn't know is that I'm a lazy bitch too. So this watercolor method, baby, it's the bee's knees. It's the best thing since sliced bread. Normally I take my wig, throw it in a pot and call it a DIY, but as mentioned before, I'm using 3 random ass colors on a wig that's already colored. So I have no idea how this shit's gonna turn out. I'm not a hairstylist, so it's in my best interest to be less sloppy and lazy. I'm going to go back in with a little bit more of that indigo blue because it just was not dark enough. And now I'm mixing it together. In retrospect, I probably should have used one of those like clear plastic tubs, but shrugs, c'est la vie. So instead of another strand, I'm going to use a paper towel to better see the color that's in the pot. And then I'm just going to go ahead and dip the wig into that color because I'm content with that color, and push comes to shove, worst case scenario, it's just going to be an aquamarine. Like I said, I had no set color that I wanted at the end of this. I just knew that I wanted it to be darker. Whether it was a darker blue, whether it was a darker green, I really didn't care. I just wanted it to be darker. So here I'm just gonna comb through, make sure all the hair is exposed and opened up so that, you know, no hair is covering any other hair and I don't miss any spots. Just basically making sure that the color gets evenly distributed through the hair. So this is how she came out, and I'm very happy with the results. I didn't want like a true aquamarine. I wanted it to turn out the way that it did. So I really wanted to keep a lot of the green intact, but still give it a little bit more dimension with some highlights or lowlights of like blue and lighter or darker green here and there. So I mean, it came out perfectly to me. All right, so after you've dipped your hair in hot water, you want to make sure that you condition with cold water to close up that cuticle. I've already done so now I'm just going to comb through my leave-in spray and then section it off to begin blow drying. Normally I do let my hair air dry, but this time around, 1, I was short on time, and 2, I do plan to thin this wig out, so I need it to be bone straight so I know how much it needs to be thinned out. So I'm just going to section it off into small pieces so I make sure that I get every single strand of hair as straight as possible. So the reason why I'm thinning this wig out is because I'm somewhere between competent and proficient as far as my wig making skills go, so I'm not yet an expert. I don't remember what lengths I got when I made this wig, but I know I didn't get anything over 18. And for those that don't know, anything over like 18 tends to be a little thin as far as the bundles go, and 18 and up, they tend to be a little bit thicker. So as the longer you go in lengths, the thinner the bundle is going to be. So I ended up using all 3 bundles when I really shouldn't have. So when the wig was lime green, it was really thick, it was kind of stiff, it would get tangled a lot. So now that I'm changing up the color, I was like, what better time than now to transform it completely? Let me thin it out so that it's a whole new wig and it's free flowing, and when I shake my hair it actually moves and stuff like that. So Rule of thumb, if you ever do end up using too many bundles, you can just use this little razor comb. I don't know if y'all can see that little line thing there on the nightstand, but you can just use a razor comb to thin it out, as I am going to be doing later in this video. So this is the exact razor comb that I'll be using. We're using the short stubby side and not the long side. You can get this from like any beauty supply store or Sally's for like $3, I believe. So for attention span purposes, I did edit out a lot of excess footage, but what I did was blow dry through those small sections, flat iron through those small sections, and then take the razor comb and comb through them as I'm doing now. So it did take quite some time, but it was worth it because I looked like a bad bitch at the end of it. And if you want to see how much of a bad bitch I look like, I will link it in the cards above right now. But don't be afraid to use that comb. I actually took out more hair than this. But anyway, that's all. Thank you for watching. See y'all next time.